What do you think about the Seahawks?
So Seahawks are such an interesting team. I think they have a chance to do kind of what they did last year, make some noise. I don't know if they're going to be competing for a championship, but I think they have a chance to be pretty good again. They didn't really lose a whole lot of notable guys in free agency. Rashad Penny, but they have an absolute stud that they drafted last year in Kenneth Walker. They lost Kyle Fuller, who's a pretty good cornerback, but admittedly, has been declining over the last few years. And then they lose Marquise Goodwin, who's been, just a kind of a journeyman receiver, but when he's had to produce, he produces. But what they've done in free agency is stuff that I like, bringing in the DN and Dramont Jones, like on a 3-year deal, $51 million, but which is a lot of money. But in the NFL, especially the current NFL, like you have to be able to get after the passer. You have to disturb these passes and be able to have the athleticism to chase after them. And this guy is going to be able to do that for him. So I think that was huge. I think bolstering their secondary, who has a lot of young guys, with a guy who's been around for a little while, with the free safety, Julian Love was a good pick. You also bring in on that defensive line, Jaron Reed, somebody to add depth to your defensive front. But then, of course, you have to talk about bringing back Bobby Wagner. Like that, he should have never left. I guess he tried to leave and go win a championship with the Rams. That didn't work. And he's coming back to a team that, frankly, seemed to do better without him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Bobby Wagner coming in. Is he going to help build that defense back up? He's Bobby Wagner. I would assume he's going to be great for them. So I think they have a chance to be really successful coming up. They have 10 draft picks, and they have 4 of them coming in the top 52. So I think they can make a lot of noise coming up in the 2023 season. I think what they've done so far in this offseason has been pretty good, and it'll be interesting. I think what they do in the draft, especially early in the draft with that 5 pick and the 20 pick, they could either build for the future or they could go for win now mode and try to get, guys at different positions than what I'm mocking up right now and really make an impact in 2023.
There's one thing for sure. They probably won't get in for the division.
Well, that is definitely a conversation to be had, depending on what happens with all those San Francisco quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, and so I guess I should say that, in my opinion, this division is San Francisco's to lose.